It's great to see you again for the Agricola video series. Today, we're going to be discussing the topic of child abuse during natural disasters and conflicts. Hamid Siddiqui is a postdoctoral researcher at the Department of Clinical Psychology at the University of Groningen. He's also the leader of the research group Children and Resilience in Adversity at the Rudolf Agricola School for Sustainable Development. He has 10 years of experience with working in different international humanitarian organizations. He was also the lead author of a paper that systematically reviews articles on child abuse during natural disasters and conflicts. I have invited him today to discuss the methodology behind his paper, but also its impact.
In the last 3 years, it was the mostly cited papers in one of the most prestigious journals in this field, and many organizations such as World Health Organization and UNICEF and International Red Cross, they cited in the reports and the frameworks this paper. In addition, during the pandemic, it was one of the references for many child abuse studies, works, because there was a lack of evidence on this topic, and this paper helped researchers to study more and to find more about child abuse pattern during emergencies such as the pandemic. The best method for collecting evidence is systematic review and meta-analysis. That's in the top of the pyramid of the evidence. So I used the systematic review for working and finding the evidence on child abuse in disasters and conflicts. Our inclusion criteria was, one of the most important one, those papers, they were published in academic journals and in peer-reviewed journals, so we can include them. And we try to include the most of languages that we can screen those papers and include it in our systematic reviews. But we excluded those papers that they were not published in peer-reviewed journals, or they were only abstract in some conferences, but they were not peer-reviewed. Usually studies on disaster setting needs an interdisciplinary collaboration, and we use different disciplines, approach and perspectives towards our work. For instance, in our specific paper, Child Abuse in Disasters and Conflicts, we use different disciplines perspective, including disaster studies, childhood studies, and psychology studies, and specifically forensic psychology. So we try to synthesize our findings with different perspectives from different disciplines and collaborate with different researchers. My initial idea of working on this topic, child abuse in disasters, was giving some advice or some scientific evidence to organizations who are working on and for children, such as International Red Cross or WHO or UNICEF. What I surprised from findings of this research, before doing the research, I was thinking that maybe the perpetrators are from outside the family or they are strangers, but I found during the systematic review that most of perpetrators are related to people who are working or living with children. For instance, their parents, their family, their guardians in a school, or other people around children. And so our approach to giving some recommendations to organizations were changed because of these findings.
I hope you dig this video and that you will join me next time for another interesting talk.